Jessica Koch, and you know who I am. I am the host of Profound Professionals, and yes, we have another show for you. This series has been running for 5 fabulous years, and we hope it runs for many, many more. And you know what we've done? You've guessed it. We have brought industry experts from all over the globe, and they will help and share with us ways we can improve your life or grow your business, because everyone needs to be living their best life and have the abundance that they deserve and can use to be a better resource to the world by having a really powerful, banging business that's booming and doing good things. We're not going to let you down, ladies and gentlemen. We have for you today another brilliant, brilliant expert. And today, the beautiful, brilliant Laurie Kaplan. She is a joyful dietitian and genetic treasure hunter who guides her clients. Ooh, this sounds like a treasure hunt, to health and clarity using the wisdom of their own DNA. Oh, so imagine we can follow that spiral, take it like stair steps, and unravel the mystery of how you can live your healthiest and best life. I love that idea. Welcome, Laurie.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're so glad to have you here. So, what made you decide you were going to climb the ladders of people's DNA and help them unravel this mystery?
Yeah, well, I climbed my own ladder. I unraveled my own, and it opened up life on an unbelievably exciting level. So I thought, if I could do this for myself, I need to help others. I need to guide others to this because it's just amazing.
I love that. So you found your own journey and got to travel that, boldly go where very few men have gone before, as my my handsome husband and his Trekkie family would say. So what is it like for a client to come work with you? So what is their experience and the client's journey as they say, okay, you know what? I need some joyful dietitian in my life to help me go on this treasure hunt and figure out why the heck my DNA has got me this way and how can I live my best and healthiest life?
Yeah. So the first part, practical, easy part, I send you a test kit. You do a little cheek swab, you send it back in, create an account with the lab that I'm certified with. We wait a few weeks and then we get the report back. In the meantime, I'm meeting with you, learning your why. Why do you want to know this? What is it in your life? Oftentimes it's weight loss, other things. What is it in your life that you want to take this journey for? I work with people who are ready to make change. I won't pull people along. So people need to be ready to step up and take the guidance based on what I'm finding through their genetics. So I find their why, their goals. Then when the genes come back, then that gives us a really clear place for which to plan their nutrition, their sleep, their movement, best ways for them to detox. So we're able to create this really bespoke plan that creates a foundation for their health and wellness.
I love that. And it's difficult because, you talk about people who are truly ready, right? And I think most of us really want to be ready, but the challenge too is, creating those new habits, breaking the old ones and creating the new and healthy habits that actually allow us to be successful on this journey with someone in their life like you, that will guide us along through this health path. And I think that's a big piece of it. I'm interesting enough in a book club right now, and we're doing a book review and an exploration of the Atomic Habits.
Oh, yes.
That is a powerful tool that once you've made a decision like this and you've chosen a person like Laurie to work with to take this journey to new health, to break those bad old health habits that aren't serving you and to really create the new ones. And then making sure when you hire someone like Laurie, knowing that accountability partner is key, you know, and also the investment that you're making in yourself, it really does drive motivation for us to have some stick-to-ity to our intentions, because many of us have good intentions, but boy, is it hard, you know, to push that piece of chocolate cake away some days, you know, or whatever it is that you're working on pertaining to health, because it's not always about weight. But I will say, I say time zones and sugar are the devil all the time, because, you know, sugar doesn't necessarily, and you know, and too many of the bad carbohydrates doesn't, you know, necessarily just affect weight. You know, it can have a lot of other health results, you know. And I always say, you know, I'm the Italian mother of 7 and the grandmother of 7 more, but I am not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer, or you know, giving you legal or medical or financial advice, just telling you like I see it and what I think. So you know, do seek an expert and a professional, someone who is more experienced, much like Laurie here. So that's good to know about the journey itself, that and what a client could expect when they call you up and say, hey, Laurie, you're the one. I heard you on that great show, and I think I need to hire you. So tell me now, what is one thing someone could do today that would make their life a little better?
So, well, if I can do 2 really quick ones.
Sure, 2 tips is fine.
One is really getting present with yourself. We live in such a noisy world, and our DNA, whether we know it in a report or not, holds the wisdom of what our body, our mind, our whole person is seeking. So if we can get quiet, if you can go in nature, I recommend it. If not, get quiet, turn your screens off, and just listen to your gut. Listen to what your heart and your gut is telling you. And you may say, oh no, that's silly. Those are the things you want to listen to. And then you follow that. And that's what leads you to the goal. That's what can lead you to the magic in your life. And then a really easy, practical to do one is a little breathing exercise. And it helps get you out of the stress state, the fight or flight, which most of us live in, and can contribute to inflammation and all the chronic diseases that so many of us face. It's a breath work, super easy. You breathe in for 5 counts, hold for 7, and breathe out for 8, all through your nose.
That one I think I can follow. There are so many times where I listen to breathing suggestions or processes, and I never feel like I'm doing it right. I'm sure I'm breathing wrong, Laurie. Every time I know I'm getting this wrong, and I'm just frustrated because I don't know I'm breathing right or wrong. I don't stick with it, and I don't do it. So I love that one. Now, to go and get quiet, you know, a lot of great value to that, but anyone who knows me would say that'll be the one that trips Jessica up. Maybe she can figure the breathing out, but I don't think she could ever figure the quiet out.
It is hard. It can be harder. But the value when you can get there, and you don't have to spend an hour. It's not necessarily meditating. It's just stopping the rush for a few minutes and listening to what's happening inside of you.
I drastically kid. I do pray and meditate, and believe it or not, I do spend some quiet time. But yeah, I'm definitely a talker. Definitely a talker.
You're in the right place then.
That's right. Hence the podcast host thing. Yeah, got to be a talker for that one. So really good point. All right. So before we move on to some of the other segments of our show, is there anything else about yourself personally, Laurie, or your business that you want to share with the audience?
One of the magic things that I see that has happened as my clients work through the program, so they often come to me for weight loss or health improvement, and it's very practical. We'll do this, change this, do that. And what that opens up is this big space in their life, because it takes the questions, it takes out the infobesity, as I like to call it, with their health. And now they get to look at, what else do I get to do in my life? And I guided a woman through her health and difficult situation. It's actually wrote about it in my book. And now she's starting a podcast. Something she never thought she'd do. She's like, technology, no. And she's working through it. So that's happened to me personally, not with the podcast, but with some other things. And it's just really exciting to see once you know the foundation of what your body and mind really wants, nourish, not just food, whole nourishing, it just opens up your life on a whole nother level.
It really does. And I love that you mentioned that. So I want to remind you that you can do anything you decide you want to do, even if you're not techie. So personal plug for jessicaalcott.com is we have that virtual assistant membership program. And so if you want to do something that's techie and you just don't know how, we have the virtual assistant team that can support you in getting all those things that you don't want to do done. And then you can go on and conquer the world and not have to worry about that kind of stuff. Now,
I might use that.
Yeah, good to know, right?
Yeah.
Great. It's funny, I've been doing this show for 5+ years, and I think in maybe a handful of shows, I've just remembered to start mentioning stuff about my own company.
Yeah, well, when you're trying to run your business, I would love to treat and support clients all day, and there's all these other parts, and so I can't learn them all. Having a VA is huge.
It's huge. It's wonderful. So now, when we started this 5 years ago, one of our immediate intentions on day one, show one, is I believe that the energy that we're pulling together to do this podcast, to feature Laurie, to get you amazing experts, we're using this energy anyway. Why not also spread awareness about causes that make our hearts sing, and we can do something good while lifting each other up at the same time. Multiple wins always makes my heart sing. So Laurie, share with us a cause that's close to your heart.
Yeah. So I've been riding horses since I've been 5. I'm lifelong equestrian. It's in my heart. It's in my DNA, literally.
It's in your DNA.
I've recently been accepted to a race called the Gaucho Derby. It's an 8-day, 500-kilometer race in Patagonia. So one of the causes they ask that you contribute to a charity, and something that's near and dear to my heart is equine therapy for PTSD folks, veterans. Horses are magical healers. I've received the healing from them. I do every day on my farm with my horses. And I know it makes a difference for folks who've been through extreme trauma. Horses can help them feel whole again.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's
really important.
Yeah, it's great. And we will make sure, one of the reasons I love it is because it's a cause we've never heard about before on our show. We've done hundreds of shows.
Cool.
We're actually pushing towards 1,000 episodes by the end of this year, so we can have a giant celebration.
Yeah.
But I love it when there's causes that I've never heard of because someone else may have never heard of it too. And, that is what your share button is for, ladies and gentlemen. You become this superhero, this amazing human when you click that share button, because you just don't know whose life you will touch or how they will be changed forever because they met with Laurie and they got to fix some of the things that weren't going so well for them, or they heard about this cause and they shared it with someone who's been through something traumatic, and it made the world of difference for them. You'll just never know unless you press the share button. So please share that with others. Now, if you're a follower of my show, and of course you are, and I'm so grateful for my fans, yay you know that I am a bookworm and I love books, and we're creating the ultimate book list. So we ask all of our guests to share a book not written by them first that has inspired their life or helped their business grow in amazing ways. Laurie, share with us a book that has inspired you.
Yeah, so last summer, I read a ton of books. But last summer I read The Comfort Crisis by Michael Easter.
Not what I've heard of.
Completely. You have or you haven't?
No, have not.
Oh my God.
New book for the list. Yay. Tell us about it.
So good. So he speaks of this idea called the Mizagi, and it's a great challenge in your life. It's whatever's personal to you. He spent 5 weeks hunting caribou in Alaska. Not going to do that. So I chose this race in Patagonia, this horse race, which is very intense. And I had to apply, and there's a big fee to get in. It's a stretch. So the Mizagi is there's 2 tenets: don't die, and you've got to have a 50% chance of survival. he goes into a lot of other things in the book, and it just really motivated me to live life on another level. And I give it to some of my clients that I feel it would align to. I've got one gentleman who's looking at, I don't even know what it's called. It's like sky pedaling. Like she's just looking to try these amazing things, because we're only here for this long on Earth. Why not try those things that make you feel so alive? So the book is amazing. I'm going to reread it. He's going to have another one coming out soon. So it's just fantastic.
It sounds exciting, but I'm going to tell you, I do pick things that stretch me and that are out of my comfort zone that I've never tried before, but I'm going to caution on the side of a higher percentage of life.
Yeah, I know. No, right. And I get that. And so it's different for everyone.
Right. Yeah. But I love the concept, live life to its fullest, feel like you're alive. But I'm a funny person. I won't even live, I'll visit, but I will not live in areas where alligators roam or, sharks are high in density. I don't want to be on the menu. Getting eaten alive is not the way I want to go. It just can't get past that. So
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, no alligators or bears.
Right. Because I love the water, first of all. And of course I love to hike, and I love to hike where there's water, and I love to kayak. And I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to go kayaking, and there's a 50-50 chance if I fall out of the boat, I might be someone's snack today. No, thank you.
Yeah. Right. No, I'm totally with you.
In alligator infested waters. Like, I am not doing that.
Terrifying.
Live life to the fullest. But
and I don't want to go skydiving, but I'll ride 8 days in the mountains on the back of a horse. So, it's all.
Do brave things, but not foolish is what I'd probably say. You got to do what's best for you. So
Right.
I love that. And now you have been in a book and been featured in a book or written a chapter in a book. So tell us about that.
Yeah. And I never thought I would ever consider writing a book, but a colleague of mine, Dr. Rachel Sweet, she said, please write a chapter in this book. And it's all women in the epigenetics genetic space, many of whom I know well, amazing women. And I wrote a chapter about my journey and discussed a few of my clients' journeys. And I'm really pleased. And it stretched me. I got out of my comfort zone for sure writing this book. And I'm so glad I did it.
That's awesome. I love that. All right. So you're watching, you're excited. You're like, that Jessica girl, I got to be on that show. If you're an industry expert and you can help improve someone's life so they could live a better one, the short amount of time they're on this beautiful planet, or if you're an industry expert that can help someone grow their business to the true potential that it has, so it can be abundance and overflowing, and they can leave a financial legacy for their community and their family. You just want to make their business better, and you can do that, then you should be on this show. Reach out to us, email us, our virtual assistant team, and you know about our program now. We'll send you the details on how to get scheduled on this show. Now, be someone's hero, be my hero, share for one. We talk to you about that, but I bet you network if you're an industry expert and you go to a lot of events and you know other speakers and you know people who should be on this show. Shame on you if you don't introduce them to us so that they can be featured just like you and just like the beautiful Laurie today. Now, before we say goodbye, I always ask our guests to share a final thought, a piece of information, inspiration. Leave us on a good note. What do you have to share with us, Laurie?
Know that you're here for magic. It's all within you. It's the listening, and know that you're here for magic.
I love that. You are here for magic. And you know what? All the money in the world, all the time in the world matters not if you are not healthy. So if you want to be the truly most magical you can be, meet with someone like Laurie, if not Laurie, and make sure you're the best version and the healthiest version of you. So until next time, everyone, I am Jessica Koch, your host of Profound Professionals. Be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.